The lawyers for Rudy Giuliani are arguing that him paying what he owes for defamation would be akin to the death penalty. Now, currently, the former New York mayor and Trump attorney is in federal court to determine how much he owes to Georgia election workers whom he spread conspiracy theories about. So he's already been found liable in a suit brought by Ruby Freeman and her daughter, Wandrea Shea Moss, who endured threats and harassment thanks to Trump and his allies, including, but not limited to, Giuliani. In court, lawyers for Moss and Freeman played recordings of death threats and other harassment they received from deranged Trump supporters going after them for allegedly stealing the election. They even reported people showing up at their front door to make so-called citizens arrests. So, I mean, that puts people in a lot of very personal danger. Imagine having a weirdo show up at your door, being like, you are, especially you didn't do anything wrong, you are now under arrest for stealing the election for Joe Biden against Donald Trump. It's like, whoa, what are you doing, weirdo? Get away from me. You insane person. And they had to endure that. Along with, again, racist messages, calls, all that stuff, emails, going after them at work, they're calling their place of employment, all that stuff. Absolutely horrifying what happened, okay? Now, the lawyers also played recordings of Giuliani falsely accusing them of sneaking in ballots in suitcases, counting multiple ballots or ballots multiple times, and tampering with voting machines. And you put two and two together, right? Giuliani saying all these false things, verifiably false things about these two workers, and then getting, again, all of this hatred directed toward them as a result. They had their lives ruined by people like Giuliani and, yes, Donald Trump, their reputations smeared through the mud. And as a macro effect, there's a lot of election workers that are now afraid because they saw what happened. They're like, whoa, I don't want to be a part of this. Okay? Remember, election workers are volunteers from the community. They're giving up their time to run polling places and count votes because they believe in democracy. They believe in our system of government. The fact that you have the far right now attacking them because elections haven't been going their way is sickening. It shows you they don't believe in democracy. And so, yes, you have a chilling effect on people because now you have poll workers, people not wanting to volunteer to be poll workers anymore. Insane. And so, look, Giuliani, he's already been found liable. He has to pay. That said, the women's lawyers estimated that the reputational damages could reach a total of $47 million and suggested the emotional and punitive damages on top of that could be in the tens of millions. Now, Giuliani's attorney, Joseph Sibley, argues, hey, look, Freeman and Moss, they're good people. They didn't deserve this, but neither does my client. He argued that there's little evidence that Giuliani was directly responsible for the threats and harassment directed their way, and the former mayor never really encouraged it. He never spoke out against it either. And continued to spread the very thing. It's stochastic terrorism, essentially. Oh, look at these people. Look at what they've done. Look at all this terrible stuff that they've done. I can't believe that they would steal the election like this. Oh my God. Well, look at these videos. I'm going to spread that all over my platform, all over my page, and claim that these people, are doing these terrible things, even though I know that there is evidence out there, investigations that have shown that they did nothing wrong. Doesn't matter. Don't care. Sibley said, this is something other people did independent of Giuliani. Yes, of course it wasn't me. No, it's never me. It was somebody else. All I did was lie and spread videos, even though I knew that they were false, of people, and accused them of stealing votes that they never actually stole. And therefore, look, stealing the entire country, because, that's my allegation, that because of them, Trump was able to, or Biden was able to beat Trump, but he didn't actually beat, Trump, because Trump actually won, because I have all this alleged fraud. I didn't know that people would react strongly to that, though. Oh, really? You didn't?
Really?
Oh, okay. Well,
bullshit.
That's what I think of that. He then argued the amount of money that the two wanted damages is a, quote, civil equivalent of the death penalty. I mean, first of all, no, that's not the equivalent here. But let me just argue, like, or let me just take that argument at face value, right? Are you saying that being poor, because that's what's going to happen after they take their money, right? That you owe them, you're going to be poor. That's the death penalty? Well, I mean, I guess if you're a wealthier person, you look at being poor, it's probably the worst thing in the world. And guess what? It's pretty terrible. Is it the death penalty? No. But it's pretty bad. Let's be honest about that. Now, that said, Giuliani, what? I don't understand. Giuliani, why doesn't he just make more money? I mean, surely the brilliant Rudy Giuliani should be able to make money with no problem at all, right? I mean, isn't he so smart, capable, such a hard worker? Isn't that all it takes? I keep being told by conservatives it's all it takes. You just got to get off your ass and get a job, right? I guess nobody wants to work anymore, especially Rudy Giuliani. Well, let me be serious, though. Let me be serious. Do I think that they're going to get that much? No. Not because I don't think the jury will think that, you know, will say that they're not entitled to that. I think they are. But it's because I don't think Rudy Giuliani has that money. I think he's teetering on a financial ruin. I would be surprised if he wasn't. As far as I know, Donald Trump didn't even pay him for his work on this election fraud, challenges that he had worked on with Jenna Ellis. And other than that, I don't really know of any job Giuliani has had since being mayor. I don't know. And if he has had employment, I would doubt that he's got a gigantic savings. Probably blew a lot of it on scotch. To be honest, the guy's perpetually loaded, and I don't mean with cash. That said, at the end of the day, whatever amount he's going to have to pay is probably going to be devastating. And secondly, it's wholly deserved for all the horrible, terrible things, this ordeal that he put these two women through.